Brene Brown once said, "To find the way back to ourselves and to one another, we need language and the grounded confidence to both tell our stories and be stewards of the stories that we hear. This is the framework for meaningful connection." Now, I won't be talking about Brene Brown today, but we similarly believe that we want to leave every situation better than we found it, and leaving positivity and connection along the way. To properly embrace my story, it is important to note the women in my life, my music taste, as well as my passion for cooking and baking. And knowing these things, can you all understand the poignancy of my experience and how that pertains to our self-discovery and creating connections with other people. So today, that is why I'll be talking about my 5 sisters, my music taste, how it's broad and eclectic, and my growing culinary skills. First, a prerequisite to who I am would be my family. The women in my life, they taught me how to respect women, how to be comfortable with my masculinity, and be able to honestly be okay with who I am as a person and be proud of that. They also allowed me to see one side of the story that I wouldn't have been able to see without all these women in my life. I have so much more respect for them. I want to be able to support them more because of it, and I am a more enriched person because of these powerful women in my life, and how that pertains to, I guess, my music taste would be both of which allow me to pretty much have an interpersonal growth that is poignant to my experience. Specifically with music, my music tastes include classical, pop, and alt-rock, and everything between, really. But what's amazing about that is they've all allowed me to see the amazing connections that we can create through music within ourselves and with other people as well, which is what I find so amazing about it, how we take different interpretations from music, from the same song. For example, the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis says that language alters our perception of reality. And with this, the Mayans, for instance, and their language perceive time to be in a circular path rather than in a left to right basis, a linear left to right basis that we native English speakers do, which is very interesting. And so when it comes to music, I see the world in a different way whenever I listen to a new song. Although that music is a wistful means of my expression and my self-empowerment, I would say my cooking and baking skills are also extremely poignant to who I am as an individual, because they have not only been cultivated over the past few years and shown me responsibility as well as accountability for me being gluten-free. I'm also very grateful to have just the ability to free reign over what I eat, allowing to have more control over taking care of myself and having that responsibility like never before, really, which is amazing. And all these aspects of my life I'm very grateful for, specifically because they show how much I care about creating connections with other people. I wouldn't have my inclusive and generous side without cooking and baking, nor my creative or wild side with music, and creating connections with music as well, hanging out with friends, etc. And being able to respect one gender enough where there's some aspect